Another great one from Search Engine Land, 20 practical ways to use AI in SEO. So I'm going to read the 20 ways, and then I'm going to give one thought, and then I want to hear both of your thoughts, because this is great. So just in case those of you that don't have time to read this, and this is why you listen to Good Marketing Live. So we're summarizing some of the good stuff out in the industry to know about. So 20 practical ways to use AI in SEO. Content creation and copywriting, writing first drafts, generating title tag and meta tag description variations, refreshing underperforming content, generating FAQ sections, writing alt tag at scale. Under the technical SEO category, again, these are 20 practical ways to use AI in SEO, understanding error messages in log files, writing schema markup, creating regex for Google Search Console, analyzing crawl data with prompts, reporting and analysis, writing the narrative around numbers, summarizing long reports for clients, identifying anomalies in data, researching competitor analysis, conducting competitor content gap analysis, understanding a new industry quickly, identifying search intent mistakes, and it goes on. And then there's customer, calls, talking about productivity, processing your own thinking, building prompts you can actually reuse. So I thought this was brilliant because it was a great summary. And but here's my take on it. These are all great things, but if you're new to doing this, do not do this approach. Because I'm going to say the same advice that I tell my 17-year-old that's in high school. Seriously. And that is, you don't use AI unless you know how to do it without AI. Because as soon as you use AI without it, you're not going to understand the why and the how. And that makes you less of a strategic thinker in problem solving. I think it's great. I think AI is great to help SEO, and everything that it outlined in this article is geared for marketers that do know how to use, and know how to do it without any of these tools, and just the wonderful value of not having to pay for 20 different competitive analysis tools, and now you could just use a paid version of Chat or Claude or Gemini to get that data for you. So there's so many advantages to it. So that's my takeaway. My takeaway is this is great, but if you don't know how to do it without it, learn how to do it without AI first to have the fundamental strategic thinking and knowledge. Because if you don't and you skip it, my opinion is it's not going to make you effective long-term at problem solving and to be a good strategic thinker. Seriously, that's just my advice. So, Catherine, John, what do you think of that?
You need to know what good looks like before you embark on a journey of using AI to assist you with all of these things. Because we all are starting to get a feel, I'm sure, if you use AI at all for anything, it has a way of making responses that you can tell AI did it. There are certain tells in the content, for example, and you need to be true to your own voice and your own brand's voice.
Right.
And if you don't know what good looks like pertaining to any of those items, if you don't know what your brand voice is, then you're not going to be able to edit the AI stuff or even know if it's on the money or not. You need to have that deeper understanding in order to navigate. But it's also great practical ways that were listed in the article.
It is. Yeah, it is. John, anything to add?
Yeah, I think AI can be a good springboard when used correctly. It shouldn't be doing your work for you, but say you're writing a piece of content that on a topic that you don't know a lot about, you can ask AI to give you some information on it, and then you can use that information now that you have a basic understanding to go and research more on your own and find better information. So I don't think that AI should be used as your sole way of doing things. It can be a decent tool.
I agree. And and another point, just on the technical aspects that I was talking about, I think it's great, but there's no replacement for a web developer, because you could literally follow the website, follow the recommendations that Chat or any of the AI tools are recommending, and they'll tell you to do something technically that's going to mess up your website. So, it can save a lot of time. When we use that, we'll say, hey, here's a schema markup. We'll give it to our developer, and then he'll implement it. That's why you have, the real experts to help you. So